I am Steven. Welcome. First up today, it's Meme 15. Cannabis was America's #1 analgesic for 60 years before the rediscovery of aspirin around 1900. From 1842 to 1900, cannabis made up half of all medicine sold, with virtually no fear of its high. An overdose of weed is called a good night's sleep. Every day, cannabis is becoming more understood for what it really is: the most beneficial and medicinal plant in the entire world. So let's talk about cannabis. There's a serious flaw with the current state of cannabis laws being passed around the country from coast to coast. And while I applaud the 24 states that have legalized recreational use and the 39 states that have legalized it for medical use, those laws only apply to your private property. Multifamily residences are still banned. If you live in an apartment building, a mobile home community, or a federally subsidized residence, you are SOL. You may not smoke in your residence. In fact, many apartment owners are incorporating that into their leases and rental agreements. And these laws apply equally to vaping. So tourists visiting these states may be in for a severe shock and surprise. You may not smoke in public, on the street, in any city park or public area. You may not walk down the street, down the sidewalk, especially near building entrances and exits. No problem, you think? I'll smoke in my hotel room. Nope. If tobacco smoking is not permitted, then neither is weed. And most hotels are completely smoke-free these days, and some will charge you an additional, sometimes substantial fees for violating those conditions. You also cannot smoke cannabis in any national park, which includes waterways patrolled by the U.S. Coast Guard. So something like a houseboat, a sailboat, or other watercraft is also out. I don't know if the Coast Guard patrols lakes. I think that's a local jurisdiction. Check with your local laws. I might add that all this is technically true. What happens if you get caught smoking weed in public or walking down the street depends on how well you can hide in plain sight, the local law enforcement, and your attitude when you get caught. In Washington, California, and Colorado, they have made steps to create site consumption lounges, with Colorado leading the way with HB 19-1230, the marijuana hospitality establishments, in 2019. Colorado and Washington occasionally have single events where on-site sales and consumption is permitted. Please let me know if your state with recreational or medical cannabis has or will be passing laws relating to on-site consumption locations. Now, why am I talking about this? The World Science Fiction Convention, commonly referred to as WorldCon, is held every year in a different location around the world, voted for the location 2 years prior by the attendees there. Some science fiction fans have been known to smoke a little bit of weed, so this might be of concern to them. The last 2 conventions were held in China and Scotland, neither country known for their favorable cannabis laws. But in 2025, the convention will be held in Seattle, Washington, and in 2026 in Los Angeles, California, although I had a friend tell me emphatically that it is actually in Anaheim, right across the street from some old amusement park. So it will be available there, but where can you smoke it? In short, you kind of can't. But I know of a workaround. It's edibles. But please don't overdo it. Please read the dosing suggestions carefully. And my best advice is that if it's your first time, have someone you trust or someone who has been there to be with you while you're dealing with what you're about to experience. Maureen Dowd is an American journalist who traveled to Colorado to try out edibles, but then ate an entire chocolate bar meant for several people and did not have a pleasant experience. Edibles are available in many forms, including cookies and chocolate bars and gummies. There are also THC-infused drinks, 10 milligrams each. There's also these small 2-ounce bottles with flavored THC concentrate, each with 100 milligrams. I like to pour a little in a glass of plain carbonated water. 1 capful is equal to about 5 milligrams, and it is enough for any novice. You should give it about 20 to 40 minutes for full effect. Ingestion takes a little longer than smoking, but the effect lasts longer. Those with higher tolerances can adjust their dosage accordingly. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and ask me. I'll be happy to answer as best I can. If this is something you want to try or something you do, this is the best way to enjoy WorldCon and your cannabis. But remember, you can always take more, but you can never take less. Until next time, I am still Steven, and I'll see you on the next turn. Please like and subscribe.